I dropped out of college and bought a business for about $1 million. If we haven't met yet, I'm Liam, and I get asked this question quite a bit. How do you actually find a business that's worth buying? Here's a couple things that'll allow you to dive deeper into this. I'm a big believer in the fact that the business has to be essential. And you've got to ask yourself when you're looking for businesses to buy, do other people need this business? And does this business still perform during economic downturns? You've got to really pay attention to what people's spending habits are during these downturns, right? Because if you own a business that is always needed, it doesn't really matter what point you are in the economic cycles, people will always need what you have. Another important factor is that does it have the potential to grow with your added skill sets? Because if it's your first acquisition, the business is probably going to be pretty heavily reliant on you when you take over. In order to take over a business that already has layers of management within the business, you're looking at a purchase price for those kind of businesses of $5 to $10 million. And for your first acquisition, I probably wouldn't take that kind of risk, which is why when I bought my first business, I went with the $1 million purchase price. So basically what I'm saying is that you need to make sure that there's enough cash flow when you take over for you to be able to grow that business and also put the right people in place to be able to delegate certain things to other people, right? And this brings me to my last main point, which is do not get stuck inside the business. I think personally, this is where a lot of business owners go wrong, is they trap themselves working inside the business because they're wanting to keep more cash flow to themselves, when in reality, if you spend more of that cash flow to delegate to other people so that they can take weight off your shoulders, you're able to actually work above the business, meaning you can go on to acquire more businesses or really focus heavily on growing that existing business. If you're an entrepreneur, the last thing that you want to do is get yourself stuck, because that completely stops an entrepreneur and takes away from what they're really good at, which is building, creating, and innovating. So if you liked my take on this video, make sure to follow.